Hello and welcome everybody to Lightning Bolt Tarot with Laura. Today we're going to take a look at the tarot cards and see what's coming through for your general reading. Just to let you know that because it is a general reading, it may or may not resonate with everybody, but just take what you feel does resonate with you and leave the rest. So usually I like to start with a pretty clean slate and just see or allow the cards to come out in any which way they will. Okay, so let's just get going and see what happens with the cards and what messages they will bring us today. And by the way, please like, subscribe, comment down below if you like my content, just so that I know what resonates with you, what I'm doing good, and what we might need to improve on. Okay, so already the two cards that have popped up tonight, we've got the King of Cups and the Six of Wands. So in energetically speaking, may or may not be the significator of the reading, but the King of Cups demonstrates a very emotionally mature man, male energy. I don't read genders in tarot specifically, but I do read energies, and what's coming through now is a masculine energy. We've got the element of water, and he is very emotionally stable. And if it's a romantic reading, then we'll see what comes forth with the energy for that. What came next to it was the Six of Wands. That's the fire energy, and it symbolizes a victory, a win, things that are being achieved with your hard work, physically your hard work. So let's just see what comes out next. What other messages want to be known? Okay, wow. So we have the Ten of Swords just jumped out really quickly there. This card tends to always fly out when I'm doing my readings. And also, just to let you know before I go on, I am using the Connolly deck today, which is sort of my favorite deck anyway. It's sort of a more artistic and bright version of the Rider-Waite Universal Tarot deck, and I just really like it because the imagery is really bright, and also because some of the more negative cards are softened by some of the imagery in there. But so for example, we have the Ten of Swords, and that card is in the Universal Rider Tarot deck. It signifies like an ending, an abrupt ending, and in that particular card there are 10 swords that are in the back of the person, whereas in this deck it's a little bit lighter, the representation. However, the meaning is the same, in that it signifies an ending to something, usually because this is the element of swords, so it's sort of about thinking, air, analyzing, and here in this particular card, although it's a negative representation of an ending, it's also positive in the fact that there will be a new dawn. A new dawn will come and a new cycle will begin. So let's just see what that ending is. We get some more information and some cards on that particular ending. Well, we got the World now. The World here is all about completion. This is card number 21, the World. And this is a very positive major arcana card to get in a reading, and it usually signifies the end of a cycle, which is what we were just talking about here with the Ten of Swords. So it looks like there's been some sort of a completion in possibly the way you are thinking about things. Maybe you've come to the understanding that the way you have been thinking about things hasn't been working for you, and possibly you've come to learn that there is a difference in the way you can think about situations. And in this case, we've got the positive resolution that you may have learned the lesson of that particular major arcana in this particular instance. So let's just see a little bit further what that could be about. Okay, so it looks like we've got now another 10 that's come out. This time it's the 10 of Pentacles. The Pentacles represents the earth energy and anything of the earthly realm, like our health, our wealth, our family. And in this case, the 10 of Pentacles is kind of like the pinnacle of gaining that emotional, besides that materialistic wealth, and you seem to have everything. But the negative flip side to that could be that, as you can see, they're sort of not looking at one another, they're looking away. And it can mean sometimes that all of that wealth has kind of prevented you from emotionally engaging the way that you would if things were slightly less lucrative in this sense. But let's just see whether that was to do with the ending or perhaps a new beginning. Sometimes the cards, they come out quicker than others, and sometimes they take longer. Okay, we have, I'll just pull out a couple more so see the story evolving here. Okay. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, which came out earlier, the Knight of Swords, and Judgment. So we have yet another major arcana card. The Queen of Pentacles follows on very well from the 10 of Pentacles, in that you've managed to get to a very lucrative and comfortable stage in your life. Again, this, I don't read genders in tarot. This is more about reading an energy. So if you resonate with the Queen of Pentacles, that's a very good significator to have. Yeah, so that's kind of showing, you know, that you have reached a really good financial stage. We do have now the Knight of Swords. He's generally known as the more impulsive knight, you know, and he's coming out on his horse ready for battle. So he's not really thinking ahead about whether or not that's the right thing to do. But anyhow, he's ready to have a battle here. What that battle is, let's just see. The next card, we do have Judgment. Judgment in the sense that there's an awakening in the way you have been thinking. So following on from what we're talking about with the 10 of Swords, which the thinking wasn't serving you and it was causing you to have a lot of anxiety around whatever was going on there. We have Judgment, which is now a really positive card in that there's been a death to the old way of your thinking and you're ready to go into a new way of thinking which will serve you better for your higher good. Now we'll just see what other messages are coming forward today. Okay, so we do have two more cards which shows a bit of a change. Okay, we're introducing the Ace of Cups here, which is a very positive card to have in a reading. It is the beginning of a new love, so that's positive, brimming with sort of positivity and hope. As you can see, we've got the dove, which is also a symbol of hope and faith, the cherub in the cup, in the chalice here, and water. So it's like a very nice new beginning with a lot of hope. The only negative thing to watch out for here is the 7 of Swords, which came out after that, and it could be that you need to be just mindful and a bit wary that there's someone may not be telling you all of the truth. There might be some sort of deception here or a hiding of the truth. So I'd just be careful, for this time being, just to really see whether this new love is, in your best interests or not. So let's just pull a couple more cards on what that might be. Too many cards came out all at once. Ooh, okay. I'm glad I did wait a little bit longer just to get that further clarity. I would be careful again, because the next card that just came out after the Seven of Swords is the Three of Swords. And yeah, for whatever reason, there might be some sort of third party involved to do with the deception. I'm not necessarily saying that there's a love affair going on. However, that can be one of the meanings behind this card, but it does signify that there is some sort of third party involvement, and that may be preventing things from going forward to your highest good. So if I were you, I would just be really careful about your heart at the moment. Just take some time to really think about things, and I would just suggest, going a bit slower in that area until things seem to pick up again. So let's just maybe ask what could be possibly the third party involvement here, and what it is that you should be careful of. Yeah, okay, we have the Five of Wands. The fives are always about change and unsettling of things. In this particular instance, we just have choppy seas. So basically, I see the Five of Wands as this is not particularly calm sea that he's crossing right now, and you can see that there's obviously a lot of wind and movement, energy going into this abrupt change, but there is the castle in the background, which is usually a positive sign. But once you've crossed this turbulence, you'll get to much calmer seas. So yeah, I would just suggest taking your time with this until that turbulence has settled down. We just might look into a little bit further about what this turbulence is. Too many cards coming out at once. They have a mind of their own. Can't control them. Oh, okay, what have we got here? Yeah, okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, which is probably to do with the Ace of Cups before, which I was talking about the new beginning. This would be definitely in the love sense. There is someone who is eagerly waiting to come forward to you. So this is definitely a love reading, and from what I'm getting, there is, someone who is ready to be like a romance on a horse for you. But because we've had some earlier negative cards, I just would recommend taking some time to not rush in too quickly. Okay, and then another card that we just had come out after that was the Seven of Swords. Sorry, the Nine of Swords. I do apologize. This particular card is also, it's similar to the Rider-Waite Universal one, where it's kind of like, all those swords going out at a different angle, and this man sort of like on his knees, with anxiety very early in the hours of the morning. This O'Connelly representation is just a little bit more gentle, but it still carries the same weight of the anxiety that you are feeling currently. And that also ties into what we pulled out earlier, which was the Ten of Swords also. But this is to do with now more the current situation with the new love that has come in. You are feeling a bit alone in this, and all is not lost, but you just need to sort of like take a step back again. Know that this is not permanent. It will shift again, and we'll just see what comes out on the other side of that. Okay, this is nice. We do have the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning after the Nine of Swords here, where you've worried that things wouldn't change, you felt quite alone, and you've had quite a lot of anxiety. The good news here is that there will be a new way of thinking, a new victory in the way of thinking, and that with that will come a lot of new possibilities. So overall, the end of the reading is quite positive, even though there was some choppy seas involved. There's a lot to look forward to, and if you just heed my advice that I've given you throughout this reading, you will be able to overcome those. You'll be able to overcome the deception that's possibly there, the third party involvement, and the choppy seas, and then you will have the Knight coming in on his horse for some romance there, but you may be just battling with your own thoughts around, hang on a minute, what's going on here? Can I trust it? Because I've had prior deception. But then after that, once that's calmed down a little bit, you will have a birth to a new way of thinking, and that will be quite victorious in nature. So this is the end of your reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope it has answered some of your, questions, and I've provided you with some clarity. Please do like, subscribe, share, or comment down below if you do like my content. That would be very helpful, just to know that, I could know whether it's resonated with you. All right, well, thank you very much again, and see you next time. Bye.